Hey, what's going on, everybody? John Haddock here for Think About Comics, joined by...
Your boy William Bethea.
Hey, today we're going to be talking about the wrapping up of Ten of Swords.
Oh, yeah.
It finished up in X-Men 15, Excalibur 15, and Swords of Destruction. Or was it Seeds of the Destruction?
It was X-Men Destruction.
Yep.
Ten of Swords Destruction. All day.
Let's go over briefly.
Okay.
So we see the last part. We see him fighting off Apocalypse fighting against his wife.
Yeah, they will get ready to start the fight. Yep.
So here we see them fight.
Yep.
She's without the mask. She gets one blow and he whoops her ass. She puts the mask on. It kind of changes the tide a bit.
Okay.
But he does the unthinkable. He beats her and takes the mask and puts it on himself, becoming this force of annihilation.
Yeah.
And then he takes over the armies, and then we kind of see the mutants of Krakoa and everybody kind of, I guess, working towards just surviving. I think there's a period where we see the champions of Krakoa kind of struggling, working together amongst themselves, falling back, have their back against the wall. And the most interesting thing in these three books happens. We see a bunch of high-ranking members of the council dip out and go to the other dimension to save those X-Men and end up working together, which was awesome.
Yes. Wrapped up. Yes. But the beauty of this is the council members that wanted to go, but Jean and Scott said, nah, y'all gotta hold tight and hold your seats.
Yeah, she says that to Nightcrawler and
Emma
Frost. Didn't Emma Frost want to go?
Emma asked Scott, did he want her to go?
That's right.
And he was like, nah, stay back. And she said, well, I'm going to let the Krakoas roll with you. What we don't get is the scene that I really wanted to see was him champion the X-Men, or actually the mutants on Krakoa, to come with him. See, this book was amazing.
So you wanted to see him rallying the other mutants outside of the council?
Yeah, I just wanted to see him on that stage because I knew he is the field general. He is the dude.
I think they should have put that in there more. I didn't even think about that until you said that. But when you look at three books we got in a week, the fact that they've left something out like that, it's kind of, since you brought that up, that's a huge misstep in these books.
Yo, but the scene where they fall out of the sky,
yeah,
amazing, bro. Tear to my eye, it was amazing. I love the way not only they used the understanding of what the X-Men truly are. The X-Men have always been against the grain. The X-Men have always been the outlaws. They're willing to do, and they'll help, and then they'll roll out. Yeah. This is what they are. And I think we got a glimpse of what Xavier and Magneto really love about Scott Summers. They knew that boy grew up. This is who we on. This our guy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, look, hey, Hickman and this crew, I have to say this is one of the greatest X-Men stories of all time. This is one of the greatest.
Well, before we get into that part, so Cyclops and his team come over the other side.
Yes.
They end up saving the day.
Yes.
What he does is, so this was the really cool part that I like. Since Apocalypse is now Annihilation,
yes.
He is now fighting for Krakoa instead.
He's fighting, okay.
Because that mask represents the other side.
Yeah.
So he Apocalypse is somehow able to maintain control when others weren't inside of that mask because he's Apocalypse, because he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that dude. He surrenders, giving the win to Krakoa.
Yes.
I thought that was really, really cool. That I was not expecting that. I really thought we were going to see a lot more action and them trying to beat him.
Okay.
Them working with the other side and trying to beat him instead of him overpowering the mask and saying, no, I'm out. that, and then just the brilliance of that part rolls right into another brilliant part of, Saturnine says, okay, cool. One mutant hat from Krakoa has to stay here.
Yep.
One mutant hat from Akroa has to go to Krakoa.
Yep.
Apocalypse says, I'll stay with his wife. His wife agrees. Cool.
Yep.
Apocalypse then looks to the other X-Men and says, no, I speak for Krakoa because I'm the highest ranking representative here, blah, blah, blah. He says the mutant that goes to the other side will be Akroa itself.
Yep.
Uniting both islands and bringing over millions of mutants over on the other side. Basically doubling Krakoa and making it just this powerhouse nation that they've totally been trying to build from the start.
Yeah.
And now all the problems that Krakoa had, they've been solved. And the X-Men that they've lost, like we were worried about Cypher, he's good. We've only lost really 2 X-Men, Betsy, but with the stained glass window scene where she brings back all the captains of Britain.
Yeah, the core. Yeah.
So she brings back the core. So is she really gone? That's up for debate. And I definitely think Gorgon's going to be coming back somehow.
Yes, I do too. As a matter of fact, they make mention of that. And will he accept the swords or not?
Yeah.
All right. But I think what people may be missing, and I really want to bring a highlight to this, is this was about Saturnine getting the core back.
Yeah.
This whole play was about her getting the core back.
The whole thing was mainly a ploy just to get power and to maintain, because she knew over time she was going to lose the tower. I think she knew it was just a matter of time. And the fact that now nothing is in her way, she is set for life for the rest of her existence.
Long as her and Jasper stay cool, it's going to be cool. And I think the real play was getting Apocalypse to fight, to get on that side. Yeah. I think Apocalypse and Excalibur storyline is the true reason why she gameplayed this the way she did. And I'm the inclusion of all the elements of the X-Men will put into play here.
Yeah. Through
House and Powers, and now this Ten of Swords, these events. Marvelous.
Yeah, and so we wrapped up that storyline. The next thing that I really think is interesting is what this sets up for the X-Men. Next is we have the ability of bringing over all of these new mutants. So you have this opportunity to bring in new characters. I hope they look at some books that aren't selling well. Maybe your Hellions, your randomized X Factor isn't really needed, stuff like that, and introduce new characters that way. Really spice it up, do something different. I think this gives them the perfect opportunity to. Yeah. And I think you're able to get away with more characters. Yeah. Like having Apocalypse leaving, I think is a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful thing.
Because now you can introduce maybe another mutant who's at that level, or try to build someone to replace him. Instead of just, that's Apocalypse. Because I think seeing him in the role in Excalibur was kind of different to me. I know you like him. He's one of your favorite characters.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's just played out. And I think this story, well, not played out, but I think his story up till now is done. I think his character has reached pretty much a plateau with Ten of Swords. And he just needs to go away for a while. For a good bit and just live it out. Because this is what he's always wanted. Yeah. He's back where he belongs. He's home. I think they need to let him be. Okay. The third thing that I think is most important is, so when Scott Summers leaves Cyclops, he tells Xavier something that it kind of stuck with me. Was, that's what the X-Men do. Yes. They help other people. They help people who need help. Yep. He didn't mention mutants who needed help. He mentioned people. Yeah. And I think he kind of had some resentment when the council all didn't vote with him to go. They voted against it, and that they would have to they would be punished by losing their spots. Yeah. And I think in that point they kind of separated and said, "Wait, this is a government system. This isn't about mutants." And I think Cyclops is going to try and bring back the X-Men in more of a role like what's on your T-shirt, where they're traveling around and helping people, not just Kirk Owens. I think that is the biggest takeaway from this book, if they do that. Because that's how I took that scene.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely took it that way, too. I truly do believe that a section of mutants are going to turn around and be the X-Men.
Yeah.
All right. And if that means leaving the island and going back to the mansion, it might happen.
It is a problem. I don't know if they leave Krakoa just because there's no really need to. You have portals all over the world. You have more accessibility. I definitely think they're going to be more proactive on. On things.
I think the reason why you leave the island, the reason why you leave the island is because it's more of a nation state now.
I didn't think of it like that. Kind of like when Superman gave up his citizenship, so all his actions didn't reflect the USA.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
At this point, especially, I know, but they didn't show it. The play that he had to make, saying, "Wait a minute, all you guys, the council doesn't want this, but who's willing to go with me?"
Yeah.
I think that play, that has to be the play. When he got all of them to come out, it was the council don't want this. I want this.
Yeah.
We need to go get our people. Let's go. And they all settled. Look, I'm telling you, this book really showed you not only the direction of where not just mutants are going to go into, but I think the direction of what a lot of X-Men fans truly want to see is the growth. The growth. So, oh man, this Ten of Swords, masterpiece.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I know this was a long run.
Yeah.
22 issues. But I'll say this: if you guys didn't get this on the singles, I know this is going to be coming out on trade. I think I saw on the release calendar, I think February. I could be wrong. I think it was February for the hardcovers and stuff. And this is one I'm definitely going to be getting on hardcover.
Oh, hey,
no question about it.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, I really definitely want to go and revisit and because I think these pivotal stories for this new X-Men line, you're definitely going to go back and revisit and check on things to freshen your mind on a lot of stuff.
Yes. I'm telling you, please, if you haven't read it and heard these negative things about it, hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, check it out. Check it out.
Well, thanks everybody for checking us out. If you haven't already done so, give us a like, give us a subscribe, hit us up in the comment section.
Oh yeah.
You know, me and B, we love having those conversations with you guys. As always, be safe.
Peace.